Hello. Happy Mindset Monday. How are we doing? I'm gonna get the black moon. There we go. Okay. Here she is. Hopefully. Oh, I can hear myself. So we have sound today, right? Okay, good. Last week was funky. Today we got sound. So Facebook should be good. Mai says, girl, I was just thinking about you and here you are. Well, you manifested me. Hello. Happy Monday. Hope you're doing well. Rohan, Palvine, Mai, Hebs, Infinite Love, Nikki, Angie, Angela, Iman, Angie. I already said Angie. Angie 2 times. Rona, PPCC. It's so funny reading like screen names sometimes. Anna Wong, Jen Shay, Ellen, Jarrell, Moonly, Celeste, Crystal, J-Star, Braylon, sorry, Kim, Renee, Sabine, Glitterfied, I like that. Erisbeth. I should shout out Facebook people too, shouldn't I? Where are we here? Shit. Oh, there's the comments. Oh my God, Facebook! When Facebook fucking recommends you someone that just died, fuck you, Facebook. Oh my God. Sorry, guys. I wasn't expecting to see that person's name in my feed. Okay. Anyway, Jesus Christ. Lord Almighty. It's always something, isn't it? No, it's never anything. It's always great and perfect. I don't know where the fucking comment feed is on Facebook. I swear to God, I don't know how to work the fucking Facebook, man. It's always... No, just kidding. Let me rephrase that. I'm really good at the Facebook, actually. I'm a fucking pro at Facebook Live. I'm so good at it. Look how good I am at it. Wow, I'm so proud of myself. Okay. So, how's everyone doing? DC, I so appreciate you. Says you couldn't have shown up at a better time. Thank you, because I'm always punctual. Thank you. Thanks for affirming that for me. Angie was just watching my video. Well, hello. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for being here. Palvine says, I want to ask the important question. Can we smoke without getting detrimental result? I mean, I don't know. Do you think so? That's on you. Like, I can't really answer that question for you. Benjamin says, Roxy, you really helped me with my anxiety and stress. Thank you. I appreciate you. Glad you're here. And glad to hear that you are finding some value in this stuff. Naya, how am I? I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. I appreciate you. And Helen says, I have a question, please. Living in the end means setting and forgetting or convincing yourself that you already have your wish. All the above. Both of those things, right? Like, understand that you can know you already have your wish without having the thing, right? Just like, I've made this analogy before in one of my older videos. Just like when I order like a shirt online, it's mine the second I click, confirm purchase or whatever. I get that email. I know it's my shirt, but I may not have it in my possession for, if it's coming from somewhere quick, it could be a couple days. If it's coming from across the world, it could be months. So the same way that shirt is still my shirt. I know I have my shirt. I'm living in the end of having my shirt, meaning I'm not buying the shirt over and over every single day. I'm like, oh my God, I don't have my shirt. I better go buy it. That's the opposite of living in the end, because I know the shirt's mine. I've convinced myself that I already have my shirt, even though I don't have my shirt, right? It's the same thing. So just think of it like that. Okay. I need to I need a moderator. Okay, so sometimes it's good for other people if I don't show up on time, but apparently not for my moderators because we don't have one today. So I'm gonna work on. Baby, you wanna moderate my chat? He's like, fuck no. Please. Oh my god. All right. So anyways, how are you guys doing? I think I got waterproof mascara on my eyes. Do you guys ever have that thing where your eyes just fucking water, or you have like one eye that like waters out of one corner for no reason? So annoying. It's so great. Actually, hold on. Let me. I need to quit affirming shit I don't like today. It's funny because, like, you know, right now, like, I'm in a great mood, but I'm still like affirming shit that I don't necessarily want. But it's one of those things where, like, I'm not, like, my end goals in life and my overall vision of myself and who I am and what's coming down the line for me has not changed, even though I'm sitting here saying some things that I should be cleaning up. So this is just, you know, it's like, all I'm going to say about it is it's just like, this is part of the lifestyle, right? Is like noticing that, like, we can be in a great mood and still be affirming shit that we don't want. And that's why we have to be careful of what we're saying all the time. So anyways, my fucking makeup is stuck on here. Oh, I forgot. Hold on. I did forget setting spray. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. I have to film something else today. Hold on. Sorry, guys. You know what? Let me just give this a little plug since I'm doing it. Oh, shit. I dropped the cap. Okay. We're going to do it on camera because I want to. This is Miss Kimchi's. There it is. I just got this. What is it called? Stage Proof Matte Setting Spray. I love Kimchi. She was my favorite, like, on her first episode. Oh, I don't have my hand fan. Son of a gun. Whew. Okay, sorry. I have to film tonight. I was like, I'm not about to risk my makeup. How are you guys doing? Okay, so let's get focused. 7 minutes in. It only took 7 minutes, you guys. I'm so good at this. First things first, I want to let you guys know we do have a new live workshop coming out. People have been asking for a new scripting workshop. A lot, actually. A lot of people have been asking. So we're doing a live. It's going to be like a scripting and affirmations intention setting workshop. It's for 2021. It's called the New Year, New You workshop. We've got $35 general admission tickets. And then we have, I think we have 14 left. We have a very limited number of VIP tickets. The VIP ticket people are guaranteed to ask a question live with me on the workshop during our Q&A. So you'll be like actually on the thing talking with me or on video if you choose. And so I think there's like 14 of those left. The VIPs are 55 and you get guaranteed question with me. And then everybody, I mean, it's going to be a great workshop either way, but if you want to like come on and ask me a question, the VIP ticket is how you do that. That is available at the link. It's on my website, roxytalks.com, but I also pinned it here in the chat if you want to go grab it. Mally, yay! I love you. Mally, you're the only moderator right now, and I love you, and I appreciate you, and I'm so glad you're here. You have to boot anybody if they say anything fucked up, okay? I appreciate you guys. Thanks, Mally. I so appreciate you. See, he always comes through. That's a good deal right there. Okay. All right. What we got? Amelia, good question. What is your biggest suggestion for people with OCD? Do intrusive thoughts manifest? Okay. Yeah, all your thoughts manifest, right? So, I mean, well, okay. Let me add to that most of them are just going to manifest like how do I say this? Not everything is going to necessarily manifest into like a physical something. Sometimes it's just a feeling, you know, a feeling comes from the thought or something like that. So, or, you know, an overall idea, your thoughts are like supporting your beliefs. Remember like when you would write papers in school and you had to have like this, like the topic and then like the supporting argument or whatever it was called. It's been a while for me since I was in school. But like you had to have like the supporting stuff, right? And like below it to like, you know, like prove your thought or whatever. So that's kind of what's happening like with your beliefs and your thoughts. So you have your kind of belief that's like this idea or this contingency upon your life, and then you have the thoughts that hold it up and support it. So the thoughts are basically reinforcing those beliefs, and the idea of your life is like manifesting in the physical reality. And so it's like some of those things come to pass physically and some don't. I don't know the answer to how or why or which ones. But obviously not every single thing that we think comes to pass physically, but it does take a toll on us, because if we're letting these negative things pile up and pile up and pile up, that becomes our overall disposition, because it's supporting a specific belief, and then that belief is going to be permeating our lives and thus manifesting for us. So that, I don't know where the fuck that just came from. Somebody fucking transcribe that, because anyway, so what I was going to say about that, that was weird. Wow. So in that case, with OCD, my suggestion, because I'm not a doctor, my suggestion is to obviously see a doctor, because, or see a specialist, or I don't know. See, I don't even know enough to know like who you would need to see, if it's a doctor or a specialist or whatever. See somebody that specifically, deals with OCD, because my advice to OCD people is do what you do to treat your OCD, or to deal with your OCD that a lot of people have, because I have a lot of clients with OCD. A lot of people have like they do certain things to like get through having those intrusive thoughts. So that stuff that you're already doing for that works really well with the manifesting, if you kind of use that as like a superpower, is what I tell them. So I would go onto like forums and find out what other people do to manage their OCD, and then do those tips and tricks, but using your conscious, like knowing how you're handling your thoughts and where you're taking them to. Like, cause like, I know with a lot of people, when I talk to them about OCD, it's like a lot of times they can't stop the intrusive thought until they go to the bottom of like what could happen, where it's like, normally I would say don't do that, but if it gets you to somewhere that stops the spiral, then go there and then clean it up and stuff. But it's about finding what works for you personally, because like I don't know what it's like to be inside of an OCD brain, so I can't give you I don't know exactly what to tell you to do, except to look for other people who know how to deal with it, and then combine the concept of the manifestation with that practice. And that also will work for other people, because the way that, I've heard a lot of people that manage, or the way that a lot of people manage their OCD that have spoken to me, is by doing things I suggest to to people who do not have OCD. So it's like they're already doing it, and that's why I say it's a superpower. So like they're already really good at this practice. So you can use what they do to manage OCD to deal with your own thinking, even if you don't have OCD. But I'm not a doctor. Please do not, go see somebody who knows what the fuck they're talking about, because it's not me. Oh, okay. Mally says, my OCD neighbor uses it. My neighbor with OCD, my neighbor who has OCD uses breathing techniques to help manage their OCD. Okay, thank you. Oh, Dina's here. Hi, Dina. Rylan. Okay, everyone's here. We're good. I love you guys. Okay, so how are we doing, guys? Someone said, what is the best meditation / manifestation technique for combating anxiety and promoting good health? I don't think there is a best one. It's like what works best for you. Just like literally just what I was saying with the OCD thing. It's the same thing. Like, excuse me. If you have OCD or anxiety or whatever, go to somebody who can help you actually work on it, and find your own ways of dealing with it that work for you with your own specific brand. Because it's like, so how everybody has their own specific brand of self-sabotage. I've said that before. The same thing goes. So it's like, if you have OCD and your own specific brand of self-sabotage, your OCD is going to be different than someone else. If you have anxiety combined with your own personal brand of self-sabotage, your version of anxiety, obviously everything's different but the same, right? Like same but different, you know? It's like, it's about figuring out, like working on, how do I say this? Practicing different things, trying different things out, and then figuring out what works for you, and then going with that. Like, that's my best advice to you, because I don't know. Like, well, I mean, okay, with anxiety, I made a video about manifesting with anxiety and depression. So go check that out. You can watch. I speak about it at length for like 15 minutes. But other than that, it's like, deal with the anxiety by working on the thinking and breathing, like Malachi was saying about the OCD, breathing and like soothing yourself. Everything's fine. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Everything's fine. I'm okay. That's what I do when I have anxieties. I'm just very much like soothing to get through it. And then like afterwards, then I'll like deal with what was going on, you know, within it. But mostly it's just like, just getting myself out of that space by not adding to the momentum of my thoughts that are creating or excuse me, contributing to it. So dealing with the anxiety, keeping the thoughts on track. Watch that video I made about it. And then I have an anxieties affirmation track you can listen to that Malachi and I created together specifically with, now I'm going to default to him because I don't know shit about the sounds and what he does with the underlying stuff, and he's very conscious of what he's putting into the music itself. So check out our anxiety track. But other than that, it's like I don't think that there's any best technique for it except for the one that works best for you, and you're going to have to trial and error to get there. Okay. Today's like, I feel like today is thick. These answers are like thick, heavy, thick. There is something else somebody asked about life after death. Swaggy says, hi. Do you think there's a life after this one? And do you think that we'll be able to reunite with our family and friends? Okay. You know what I think, listen, I don't know about that. So when I think of life after death, I kind of have a mixture of like, if you guys have watched DMT, I would suggest watching DMT because all the people in the study, you know, they're doctors, they're scholars, they're people who are, you know, looking to tap into something more. And they all kind of have a similar experience when they like go to the universe or when they're on the DMT and stuff. So, to me, I'm like, so basically like the idea that, and then, also like people like Dolores Cannon, even like the law of one, like those ideas. So that's kind of like where I shape my views of afterlife are off of like Dolores Cannon, law of one, and the first thing I fucking said, which I already forgot. And the reason why is because I feel like those things, DMT, right? Because they already went there. Yeah. So they went there, they explain it and it makes sense. They all kind of have a similar experience with the law of one. And then the way Dolores Cannon explains it, the reason I default to them is because the way they explain it, I feel like it encompasses all religions. It encompasses science and religions, all of them, and aliens and fucking horoscopes and like all that shit. It makes everything make sense together. So it's like, okay, obviously that's the best that's the best we got that I know of. So I would say I would go check into that stuff if you want to like dive deeper into it. But my opinion is that Earth is a school. And we are here our soul is on its own personal evolutionary journey. And we are here in this incarnation to learn a specific piece of that journey. Like this lifetime is a stepping stone on the larger evolutionary journey of our soul, or whatever that thing is. And according to Dolores Cannon, Earth is like the hardest school. And also, you basically kind of get stuck in this karmic loop until you can graduate out of it. And then the law of one kind of says something similar, whereas like you're kind of like on this evolutionary path that you kind of like, once you're here, you're kind of like stuck on it. But then I just heard yesterday now Dina talks about Bashar a lot, like in our admin group chat. But like I've only listened to him one full. Like I bought one of his talks that he did, and that's like the only one I've ever really listened to of his. But she said that he says that we don't have to stay in Earth's wheel or cycle of evolution. If we don't want to, you can just leave. So that's cool. Like I've been like intending like, this is my last one. I am done. I'm learning everything I need to do. Paying all my karmic debts. That means no kids, which is, that's fine. Like, or whatever. Like I'm trying to like right all my wrongs, share as much as I can, help as many people as I can so that I can get the fuck up off of earth. And then I was telling this to Malachi, and Malachi's like, well, just say that you can choose that. Like if I can manifest this world, why can't I manifest beyond it? Right. So choose that it is your last one. So that's how I've been. I'm like, cool, we're out. This is the last one. We're good to go. We're going to get everything we need done in this one so we can leave. And then just recently I heard the thing that Bashar is saying that you don't have to stay if you don't want to. So I don't know. So do we return to do we see our loved ones? I think, yeah, but not in the way that we probably like, not like I'm going to go up to heaven and see like the ghosts of like, the people that I love. But, and that's why I talk about DMTs, because they talk about returning to the place of like the source, the infinite source of where we all are, where we all come from. And it's like, it feels like infinite love. It feels like going home. It feels like a family reunion. It feels so good. It's just this loving light, and you just they didn't want to leave. They wanted to stay there, and it felt so good to be there. So yeah, that answers your question. And I would look into those things that I said. Dina said, Bashar is my bae. I just found out that Daryl Anka and Paul Anka, is that his name? I'm a fucking asshole right now. It's Paul, right? They're cousins. Shit, I shouldn't have started that sentence. Okay. Naya says, so is it better to pretend like you already have it or imagine it's coming? Can you not do both? Yeah, Paul Anka. Okay, first cousins. Yeah. Paul Anka and Daryl Anka are cousins. Yeah, I know he's a singer. He's put your head on my shoulder guy. Yeah, so those guys are cousins. Isn't that crazy? I just learned that yesterday. Carrie says, dealing with jealousy when other people have what you're trying to manifest. When you see other people having what you're trying to manifest, that is a good thing. You have brought it into your physical existence. It is in your reality. Quit being jealous and be patient. Be happy for them and be happy for yourself, because you have manifested it in your world. It's right fucking there. Holy shit, I did that. I am so powerful. Yes, I love my life. It's unfolding exactly the way I want it to. And that's it. Period. Don't be jealous of other people because they got stuff. You did that. You did that. You're really good at manifesting, so stop acting like you're not. Oh, Beck Medina says, I have experienced that as well in a meditation. The going home thing, can you elaborate? Because I would love to hear some more about that. Please comment below. Comment down below if you've ever gone back to the universe. I don't want to put anybody on blast, but I'm not going to say who it is, but we did have this one experience where somebody that I know, they took it was like a wax hit or something like that, and like straight up was gone for 20 minutes, like just a body in a chair for like 20 minutes straight, went to the universe, and then all of a sudden was like, whoa, like, what the fuck, man? He had to be there, but it was quite funny. So I do know somebody personally that has also gone to the universe, but I want to hear about your story. I'm just going to be randomly, I've decided like, I can never see these. There's so many questions that come through, and oh wait, I don't even know. I can't even see the Facebook chat. So if you're on Facebook, I'm sorry. I don't know. I mean, I'm so good at Facebook. That's all. So good at it. So I'm just gonna be like skipping around and grabbing shit that I see. Okay. Mads, she says, OMG, I love your podcast with Alea. Thank you. She was I loved her. We really bonded. I really liked her. That was a fun one. I'm excited to do more podcast interviews, and I'm excited to start having interviewees on my podcast as well. Like I have my sights set on a couple people specifically, but I'm really excited to start having little virtual podcast guests, people that I admire and stuff. And so if you're a podcast fan, or you want to hear me talk more, like it's kind of like just like me, more kind of off the cuff, speaking about my life and manifesting and being a business person overall, and, being an entrepreneur and building a fucking empire. I'm talking more, my podcast format is changing. So you can find me on all the podcast platforms, as well as at my website, roxytalks.com/podcast. And we've got new format, new episodes. And this one that I just put out, I'm talking about why I'm kind of pulling back from YouTube. So if you're interested, check out that. Oh, and then let's see. Kate says new year, new reality. Yes, ma'am. So we are doing a new live workshop. It is a scripting and affirmations workshop, scripting, affirmations, and intention setting basically for the new year. So it's new year, new you, 2021 scripting live workshop. It's happening January 9th. And the tickets we got $35 for general admission, and then $55 for VIP. And with a VIP ticket, you're guaranteed question on the chat live with me. So like a face-to-face, or if you don't want to show, you don't have to do video, but it's like a talking, like an actual coaching question. So that's for the VIP, $55, but we only have 14 of those left. They're limited. But the link is right here pinned in the chat, or you can go to roxytalks.com and click the workshops, coaches, coursing. It's like courses and workshops, and click the live workshop. Thanks, Ryland. Okay. What do we got? Give me my pills, says you really changed me. You did that, but thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad you're here with us. Oh, Lorelai says her son's name is Ryland. Oh. Okay, where are we at? What do we got? Oh shit, sorry, let me turn this Facebook or my phone on silent. Sorry guys. I got it all together. Okay, I'm really good at everything I do. Chloe says, how often should you script for your SP while also living in the end? This is so confusing for me to get my head around. Okay, I script every single night. Every night. I don't care. No matter what. I will script because it's just not worth it not to. When I stop scripting, my life starts feeling very rickety. Like the screws are coming loose, and we're like, oh shit's falling off the cart. That's how I feel when it's like things are unraveling if I don't script. So I have to script every night. And maybe I'm saying that, but I feel better. So who fucking cares if I'm saying, oh, I have to script every night to feel like my life is not unraveling and so much to handle, then fuck it. I'm going to do that. And it also intend, because everything I script comes true also is another reason why I do it. So fuck yeah. And, it's like, I am building a business. I have been building a business for a long time, and I'm operating a business while I'm building it even bigger. And I still script about it every single night. And I talk about it only in ways that are beneficial to me. And I live as if it is, well, of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? So just okay, so you can script about SP, but script about yourself. I am so loved. I'm so appreciated. I feel respected. I'm trusting of my partner. I know I can trust them. I love the relationship I'm in. I feel so connected and complete, and and that's living in the end. It's including your SP, because obviously we know what we're talking about, and it's making your life better because you're affirming and manifesting that you are loved and appreciated and complete and fulfilled. So that's how you do it. Tiffany, how are you? Thank you so much. Says, love your podcast. So honest. Yes, I am not. Honesty is not my problem on the one spectrum. It's too much. Just fucking shut it down sometimes. But thank you. I appreciate you. Today turned 38. Ooh, you're only a year older than me. And your talk about trusting yourself spoke to me, because I hesitate with that sometimes, getting it together though. You really are. Honestly, just looking at the change in what your questions have turned into, over the course of you being here all the time and asking questions and being on the workshops and stuff, everything went from, it was very much focused on it was, the word I'm hearing is desperation. It was just you felt very lost. You didn't know what you were doing or where you were going. And there was I think you were focusing on so many other things that weren't you. And now it's every time that you ask a question, every week I see you, and you're moving along your journey, and you're evolving as a person, and you're understanding you do have this power and you're just kind of like becoming okay with it. And I think that's fine. Like, sometimes these concepts are not easy. Obviously they're not that easy to grasp. And it's like, it's mind blowing and mind boggling. And like, honestly, probably the only reason why, that's not the only reason why, but one of the reasons why I really truly believed in manifesting the second I heard about it when I read The Secret is because, like, right in the beginning of the book, they have you like think back onto an instance where you manifested something that you can't explain, or where something came, from your mind to your life. And the instance that I had was so big and profound that I was like, oh, that's what that is. Shit, fuck, cool, hell yeah, what is this? And so I just dove headfirst into it. And it was like, there was no question for me about whether or not it was real, because I had already experienced something that I couldn't explain. And I was like, that's what that was. It like opened up a whole new world for me, obviously. And like, look where it led me. Like, it's almost been 10 years since that day. And like, so I've been on my own journey, and we all are, and there's no like timetable that is like meant for us that we know about ahead of time, right? So for all you're going at exactly the right pace, and just say that you fucking are, and then you are, and you want to talk about trusting yourself. So say you trust yourself. I do trust myself. I'm trusting of myself, and I trust myself to make the right choices. I say things in my scripting every night. I make smart decisions. I make smart business decisions. I'm a savvy business owner. Like, I talk about my decision making and my choice making in my scripting, so that I do feel confident about the choices that I make in the waking hours, because I already scripted about it. So I know I make good choices. I know I I have, I'm making the best possible choice, like, because I'm intending that I do so, and I'm following what makes me feel good. And that's part of why I'm like moving away from YouTube, because it doesn't make me feel good. Like this, I like this interaction talking to you guys, but like the rest of what comes with YouTube, not really for me. So knowing myself, trusting my intuition, and knowing like my business is not dependent on YouTube unless I say it is. And once I realize that it's not anymore, So, same goes with you. Like, just say that you trust yourself. You don't have to trust yourself, but you do have to say you do, right? Like, or at least you can't be saying that you don't, or that you have trouble doing it, right? Or that you hesitate. Whenever you feel like you're hesitating, trusting yourself, that's your cue to say, no, I trust myself. I know I always make the right choice. Then let it go, and then see what comes back to you. And you're doing it. Like you said, you're getting it together. That's absolutely true. And I'm proud of you. Amp that up. Not only am I getting it together, but I'm being better. I'm getting better every fucking day. And it's amazing how well this is working out. I feel so good doing this. I'm so in control. I feel so powerful. Everything's working out for me. Yay. Yay me. Yay life. And thank you very much. Dr. Strange. How are you guys not? Where are my admins, you guys? Come on. But thank you for that. Oh, God. Dr. Strange said I was the prettiest trans person they've ever seen. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, okay. Like, I don't. And well, they also asked me if the carpet matches the drapes. I can't believe you guys didn't catch this shit. But like, I thank you. I appreciate you. How do I process anger? Watch Mindset Monday. How do I process anger? Usually I blow up for no reason, and then decide that it's going to work out for me anyways, and then chill, and then eventually chill the fuck out, and then move forward. And that is not a lie. I am a very, I'm very good at controlling my reactions. You know, I used to be a lot better when I was actively practicing, but I don't actively practice anymore because I don't know. I don't know why, because sometimes I don't feel like it. Sometimes I don't want to. I don't know, is that bad? It's my thing to deal with, I guess. Am I still doing the Saturday sermons? But the live workshop is going to be incorporating like kind of the way that we ran the Saturday sermon. So if you enjoyed them, the live scripting, the new year, new you, live scripting, and fucking affirmations masterclass, the thing that we're doing on January 9th, linked right here above in the chat, is going to be very similar. Well, it will be similar to the format. It's like a 2.5 hour workshop, and there'll be live coaching for the VIP tickets, and then we're going to be scripting, affirmations, intention setting, all kinds of cool stuff. Gina says, what do you discuss in your private sessions? Whatever you want. Anything. Like I basically, what happens when you book a session with me is you get a short questionnaire that helps me know like what we're talking about before I get on the call, obviously, just so that we're not taking up too much time giving backstory. Even though people love to tell their backstory sometimes. Actually, no, people are really good about keeping it concise and only talking about things that work. So anyways, so it's really whatever you want. It's confidential. It's whatever you want. It's no judges. I don't judge people. It's none of my business what you're doing, obviously, as long as we're not harming people or ourselves. It's not my business. I don't really care what you do in your life. I'm just here to help you kind of like think about things in a way that works for you so you can get there. So my sessions run the gamut. I have all kinds of different clients, doctors, lawyers, celebrities, entrepreneurs, everyday people. Not that those aren't everyday people, but I mean, just it's all over the place. All countries, all over the world, all ages. It's just like all different. Everybody really. So, it's whatever they're dealing with. You know, like we talk about what they're dealing with, and I help them speak about it and think about it and act about it in a way that's actually going to help them get where they want to go instead of like hindering them anymore. Miss Rose, welcome. Thank you. Vi says, Roxy, I love your new podcast. The longer format really lets you shine and lets us understand you better. Thank you. I appreciate you. I'm really enjoying it myself. Yeah, it helps me. You know, I can be more free. I can be more creative. I can be just more myself. I can talk about what I want. And again, instead of having to like play to the YouTube algorithm, which I'm fucking over it. I'm thinking about deleting Instagram with all this bullshit they're talking about right now. I'm over all this shit, man. Like, I'm just trying to help people. I don't want my life like intruded upon because of it. Not that it is. Everything's working out. It's great. Okay, somebody said something else that I wanted to address. Have I coached Paul Anka? No, I have not. I have not coached Paul Anka. That would be cool. But yeah, thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate you. I don't see a question. If you have one, let me know. Somebody said I had an Aries energy. I'm a Scorpio Leo rising with Capricorn moon, and that is why. Yow! I'm gonna get what I want. Okay. Demon said social media is a whole mood and not always my fave. Yeah. No, well, yeah, it's like it's all that. It's also all the terrible things about it. But now that Instagram is like probably watching and recording me right now, matching my facial expressions, trying to find out how long I'm on Facebook Live. I'm not cool with it. Okay, I want to address both these questions about horoscopes and Lydia. Shreya, do I script often? Yes, I script every single night. No nights off. Gina, do horoscopes actually mean anything? My opinion on horoscopes, I think that your birth chart, if you actually do your whole birth chart, I believe those are coordinates for your blue, like basically I'm coming out in this moment, like this is who I am because yada, 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 yada. And that's like your blueprint for who you are going to be. And like if you look at, Malachi taught me this, if you look at your north and south nodes, those are going to tell you, like, your south node is the journey that you have been on, that you have been, like, you did it, you mastered it, like we don't need to do this anymore. And it's technically your negative qualities, and the reason why you feel them or see them as negative qualities is because they're overdeveloped, because you've already dealt with them in other lives or past lives or whatever. So when you bring them back into this life, it's like you're doing something you already did, and it's not jiving with you because you've moved past it, and now you're going back to your old ways, so it's frustrating. And then your north node is what you're striving to do through this evolutionary journey in this incarnation. So when I looked at my whole chart and kind of like really looked a lot of, it was just, a lot of speaking to people, teaching, intellectual stuff, thinking and communicating. And then it was like the stuff that I need to avoid is like boorish know-it-all behavior and like, like shit like that. And I'm like, oh, this motherfucker is reading me like a book. So if anybody's curious, I am a Sagittarius South node and a Gemini North node. So anyways, I believe that is like the blueprint, right? Because the other thing about predestination type stuff is that I also believe that your soul, or whatever we want to call it, picks the journey that it wants, picks you and your physicality, your family, your location, your socioeconomic status, the health of your body and longevity and all that stuff. It picks it beforehand because it's part of why your soul came here, is to transcend that very thing. So that's why it picked the parents and the DNA and the location and all this stuff, and the stuff that was going to be available to you to provide you the tools necessary to go on this evolutionary journey. Meaning like point A, and then obviously everything that's going to get you to point Z or whatever. So, so I think that the coordinates of your chart or whatever have something to do with that path, and it's not something that you have to do, but it's like, when you're on it, things work out more for you, more so in that way, because it's like the path you're supposed to go on, the path that you chose. You don't have to, because we have that free will to not do it. But it's like, if you don't, it's like, I think I made this analogy yesterday to somebody or something in a session, but it's like almost like I decided to take a free period this year instead of taking math, which is fine. You can have your free period and enjoy it, but you still have to take math next year if you want to graduate, right? So like, that's kind of my thinking on it. But again, I don't know the answers to these things. I'm just, that's my opinion and personal interpretation of it. Okay, and Lydia says, can you talk about the difference between anxiety and gut feeling? Anxiety is like prolonged worry. Anxiety is like you stressing about stuff, whether it's real or not, perceived, whatever. And let me just say this. Let me kind of add a little bit of a disclaimer here. Is like, I'm gonna be very like basic with what I'm saying here. I'm not a doctor. I don't know like the actual things that are going on. I can speak from my personal experience and what I've spoken to people about. So with anxiety, it's like I don't see those things as the same thing. Like anxiety is not like a gut feeling. To me is like this knowing. It's an instant like a ooh yeah, like it just like it's like this awareness that you have. And then if you stress about that thing or allow your fears to kind of take over, your worries about it, I think that could definitely cause some anxiety to the situation. If you're having anxiety about a situation, I would say that like look at why your body is having a visceral reaction to whatever it is we're talking about, because there's probably something there. So, it's like the difference between it. You have to tell me that. I don't know what your anxiety and your gut feeling feels like, but you have to kind of like analyze that for yourself. This is all self-awareness. Like, I don't know what it's like inside your mind. I don't know what these things feel like, but you do. So pay attention and take notes and take note experiment and like try things and see what works and what doesn't, and just like ask yourself, is this anxiety or am I having a knowing of what's going on or something like that? Just be more communicative with yourself. Arena, thank you so much. Says, how to stay calm in high-stakes situations. I get really nervous to talk at meetings and do presentations. It blocks me from achieving more in my career. Okay, so first things first, we need to change that story. So you feel really comfortable speaking in groups and at presentations, and it's nice to talk in meetings because you like expressing yourself and you like the way it feels to have your ideas validated, which they always are because you have great people around you and great colleagues who respect you and you respect them, and it's a great work environment, yada yada yada, so whatever we're talking about, and or if we're in school or students, whatever, classmates. And I'm getting better at it every day, and I feel good about it. I feel good feeling good about being a presenter or having, giving presentations or speaking to people. Stop saying that you're nervous. Like literally, I want this to be the last time you ever say that it makes you nervous. Like there's just no reason to affirm it ever again because it already makes you nervous. You don't need to keep manifesting it by saying it over and over, which is what you're doing. So if you do start to feel nervous, then we need to be calming ourselves. It's all good. It's okay. It's going to work out fine. Because remember, I love speaking, and it's, we're doing a good job. We're getting better at it every day. Every time I go up there, I know that it's another ride on the pony. So I'm getting better at it. I'm getting better. Practice makes perfect. And this is practice for me to be better at it, which I love because I'm so good at it. But whatever. Well, like you're just saying something else instead of, oh, fuck, oh, fuck, oh, fuck, oh, fuck, like whatever that is. So, everything's fine. It's all good. I feel good. I like speaking in front of people, and I'm getting better every single day. Rewrite your story, and then when you're there in the situation, do your best to just kind of like soothe yourself, calm yourself. It's okay. It's fine. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. We got this. We got this. I'm so good at this. I'm going to do good. It's all good. I got this. I got this. I got this. I got this. Or whatever. Just kind of talk yourself through the anxiety or the nervousness, whatever you want to call it. Choose your thoughts instead of letting the thoughts choose themselves. Oh no, is that coffee or water? I think that's just water from the top. Sorry, I'm not trying to get coffee in my white chair. Okay. All right, I just saw some Facebook questions come through, and the chat was not showing up for me till now. Courtney says, can you give some affirmations on how to rewrite a third-party story to get your SP back? I don't want to script something wrong and it not go my way. Okay, but also just know that you're gonna have to adapt your story. You can't just tell the same story over and over because okay, let me rephrase that. You can obviously just tell the same living in the end story. We are happily together in a committed and loving relationship and leave it at that or something like that, or describe that. But if it's wrong, you need to know how to figure out you don't like something and change it yourself, right? Because I'm not going to always be there. So if you don't want a third party, then don't speak or think or write about one or react to one. If you have to physically describe them being sent away, then send them away. They got a new job. They have someone they found that loves them. They have the love of their life. They're doing whatever. Do something nice for them. Otherwise, erase. They don't exist. I love my relationship. I'm happily committed. I feel so good. I'm so glad we're where we are. We are such a great match. Just us, two of us against the world. Monogamy and exclusivity and loyalty. Go to thesaurus.com and look up words that are, antonyms to separation or whatever. What is it that you want, and say that you have it. That's how you do it. And then if something is not working for you, be conscious of that and change it and change it to something else. Okay. See, Booksy, I'm so sorry about your father. Says, my father got badly injured and it really scared me. I've been affirming and assuming he's okay and perfectly healthy. Is there anything else I can do? Visualize him being all back 100%, even better. Say that he is, act like he is, know that he is, script that he is, affirm that he is. If you start to stress, clean it up, heal him over and over. Just heal. And don't, like, I would do everything I could think of to visualize or affirm or intend health and like a healthy 100% working body for my dad. That's what I would do. So actually, I'm gonna do that right now. Oh shit. All right, that's funny. I'm excited to see when that happens. All right, so okay. Jayza, I answered that question earlier, so if you want to rewind back through, I answered that like exact question. Shreya says, how do you stay positive? I've been scripting for a year. Where did this go? Shit, come back. No, where'd it go? Fudge. Okay. I've been scripting for a year, made a vision board, meditate, use affirmations. I am yet to see results. Okay. Nowhere do you talk about mental diet or keeping your thoughts on track when you're not using affirmations. Like, when I hear I use affirmations, it's like, oh, you're saying like 3 sentences a day. That's not gonna cut it, because you're saying like 60,000 other ones that might be negating what you're vision boarding and meditating about. So scripting and vision board and meditating and affirmations are great, but like, if you need to cover every moment of your day with what you want it to be, or else that shit's falling through the cracks. Look up my 360 method to figure out how I do it. Okay. Jennifer says, Roxy, you're awesome. Everything you've been teaching us in the videos has improved my life. I just want to say thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Rosanna, can I read this? Girl, I love you, but I feel like you take me on an unnecessary roller coaster sometimes. Because you always get what you want, but like, you like kind of make it seem like it's this dire fucking life or death. Oh my God, this is gonna ruin everything. But you always get what you were going after. So I just want to see you like lessen that like dramatic. Okay, I'm gonna read it. She says, good news, got back together with SP a few days ago, as we knew you would. As for travel, I don't want to reaffirm anything, so I'll phrase it this way. I remember when I was worried about the travel ban on UK, just when I got accepted into a master's course starting in January, but now I'm there blissfully with my loved ones, thriving in my master's. That's right. Good job. That's all we're going to say, right? Because it doesn't fucking matter what you think is in the way. It's not. You just think something's there, so something has to be there, right? So proud of you. Proud of you. You're doing it. Oh, man. Sparkle Daisy Baby, I'm so sorry. Says, I lost my grandmother yesterday. Roxy, what do you think happens when we die? I don't fucking know, dude. I don't know. I guess, like, we talked about it earlier, like, you return to the universe, you go back to the infinite source. I don't know. Like, I just, I actually, we literally talked about this in the beginning, but I said I defer to Dolores Cannon, The Law of One, and then that DMT. Yeah. Was there another one? DMT, Dolores Cannon, Law of One. I think that's what it was that I said. Oh, I was talking about Bashar, I think, also, but I don't really know Bashar's teachings. Dolores Cannon, Law of One, and DMT, the movie on Netflix. Those are where I get my ideas about afterlife. I don't know the answer. What do I think happens? I think that your soul goes back up to something, goes back to wherever it started. These people have suggested that there is an evaluation period where you look back on your life, and like in the law of one, it's like they explain, like, you know, sometimes like you might feel so bad about the things that you did by wronging people that you want to go back and fix it. And so like you would have like a karmic entanglement with a certain soul or person or whatever. But it's like, I don't know. I mean, like, I think that our souls have been here many times. I know my soul was not, like, I've said this before, I was not an empty slate when I came here. Like I had knowledge I shouldn't have had, like, or not that I shouldn't have had. I just had information that like a child and a toddler just should not have had, you know? Like I was self-aware at like 2.5 and 3 years old. Like I remember being like knowing myself and knowing things about people and like the world, and just more than I really obviously should have at that age. So something like, there was definitely, I came with some sort of programming installed already. Like it wasn't like just empty. I don't know if everyone else feels that way. Boondocking with Boomer. All right, I'm gonna give you one chance. Says, I know exactly what happens when I hear. Yeah, if you say anything rude though, I'm gonna block you, just so you know. Okay. What else? Okay, so yeah, Sparkle, I'm very sorry, babe. You know, my heart goes out to you. Like I think loss is like the worst thing that humans have to deal with on during our lifetime. And I've certainly, you know, had my share of like personal losses that like will never be okay. So I just talk to them still. I still talk to the people, and whether I'm talking to nobody or somebody, it doesn't really matter. Because there is a relationship that you can develop with her, even though she's not physically here. That's my opinion, I guess. And I don't know what else it all means or where we go, but we are here for you. Okay. Okay, boondocking with Boomer. Just say it. Quit teasing us. Where's the chase and how do I cut to it? Leah says, I started using the law of attraction days ago, and today I had an absolute spiritual awakening. I feel God inside me. I think God's thoughts. Am I going crazy? No, not at all. You just unlocked what's already been there. It's been there the whole time. Boomer says, hold on, still timing. Okay. I can't tell if you're trolling me. We'll find out here in a minute. All right. So, can I repeat the film on Netflix? It's called DMT with Joe Rogan. To be real honest with you guys, it's like a sandwich with delicious innards and dry ass bread. Like I watched that thing several times and fell asleep before the interesting part of when like the doctors and all those people talk about going to the universe. So the beginning is very educational. Let's put it that way. The beginning is very educational. The end is very educational. The middle is a fucking trip. So I would, you know, like they talk about what DMT is and like how it's already in the body and like how they like administer. It's interesting to find out like who these people are though. So you do want to know, like when you're watching it, they even say like, you know, they're doing these drug tests and that you would expect that it would be like, you know, maybe, I'm not going to say that. You don't necessarily expect it's going to be doctors and scholars and people who are doing this, you know, psychedelic drug test. It was like done in the 80s. So the people that are there, like, you know, they're considered to be, you know, somebody whose opinion you would trust or, you know, would be valid. So, anyways, check out DMT. It's pretty interesting if you haven't seen it yet. Kaya, thank you. I appreciate you. This week's videos. I don't have any. I am filming a podcast. So I have a new podcast coming out Wednesday. So I will put up a clip from the podcast. You know, the podcast clip didn't do very good on the YouTube, but it's like at this point, somebody asked earlier if I would consider redoing my old videos. And it's like, that's literally what I have to do in order to get my videos seen with the YouTube algorithm. And I just like, if anybody knows, honestly, like, let's talk about it. Cause I've worked really hard the last like 6 months or so to be like affirming that everything's great. It's all working out. And like what it's done has led me to like getting off of YouTube as much, not like relying on YouTube as much, and then going more towards the podcast. So if anybody knows what's up with knows more about the YouTube algorithm, like I'd love to just like let me know. But you know, it's like my channel grows every day. Every day it grows. Like it's always going up. The following is always going up. It never goes down. And it always goes up. Obviously my following is growing. But my video views have just like tanked. So and I talk about this in the podcast too. Maybe I'm doing too much. Maybe I put too many videos out and did too many SEO. I don't know what it was, honestly, but like I'm tired of caring. That's really the real truth. I'm really tired of caring about that because it's irrelevant and it doesn't fucking matter. So like I'm tired of putting my all into these videos, getting them out. It's so much time. Like you guys don't realize, like if you're not a YouTuber, you don't realize how much time goes into the back end of making a YouTube video. It is not just turn the camera on for 15 minutes and throw that thing online. That is not how it works. So it's a lot of work, and I can't fucking make it my whole life anymore trying to figure out and shake the algorithm, shake up the algorithm by making the same videos over and over. I don't like that. It's not me. I'm an artist. I've been redoing my SP workshop for months. And the reason it's taking me so long is because I'm a fucking artist and I already did that project and I don't want to fucking do it again. So I have to like make myself just to update something that's already amazing. I just wanted to add more to it. But it's like, that's why I'm like, it's already amazing. Check it, send it off. We're good to go. Because that's like an art. It's like painting the same painting twice, or like, I don't know. It's like doing the same project you've already finished again. And you're like, nah, writing the same song twice. Like, no, I'm good. For me personally, I don't like that. So this week's videos are going to be, probably I'll have a clip from the podcast. So if you want to watch it, cool. If you don't, I'll be back. I'll have more of those videos, like the face-to-face videos again, but not till I'm inspired and actually want to do them again. Because right now, and I don't know how long it's going to take. It could be next week. It could be tomorrow. Could be 6 months from now. I don't know. But I'm not going to force myself to do that anymore. Because I'm forcing myself to play to an algorithm on a platform that I don't really like to be on, like, again, I love you guys. And I'm so glad that like we have connected in this way, and that is invaluable. But, YouTube it's an animal, man. It's an animal that I'm just not really interested in fucking writing anymore. C-Booksy says, YouTube is all rigged. Everybody just pays and pays to even get on trending. Okay, so it's like, okay, if people are paying, what website? I don't know. Like, okay, man, I don't want to have fake views, but it's like, where are you doing this? Because I don't know. I just figured, like, if your channel grows, how would your views not grow? How could I be at 67,000 people, but only 4,000 are watching a video? Unless it's terrible. But I don't think it's fucking terrible. I really don't. I think that my videos are good. I think they look nice. I have good information. And I put my fucking all into that shit. So I'm just over it, Like, I just kind of got, like, I didn't have the best. It's hard to say because it's like one part of YouTube was so good, was like building this amazing community. But then the other part of it was just like the cost of doing it. Like what we've had to do in order to grow that is like, well, all right, cool. We got the people, we made these connections, but can we connect in other ways? Like, that's why I wanted to build the community on my website, and like have the community tab on my website, and, we're doing the podcast, and I was going to look more into social media, but now I'm like, I don't know about Instagram anymore. Cause I kind of, so it's all fucked up now. They're trying to take like all of your fucking, data. Nikki says maybe do more meditations. Yeah, honestly, that's funny that you say that, because just today I was like, what if my channel just became all affirmations and meditations? Because at least it's like, it's a little more, not as much pressure to look a certain way, to, edit a certain way, to have all the tags and like, those videos, I know they do get views and they're good. And like, I definitely am working on more of that stuff. But I was thinking that actually before I even got on Mindset, like, what if my channel just became just that? And like, sometimes I'll do them. I liked doing them when I started, but then it was like, when I became like changed to it and I felt like I had to do it. It's like, it's not fun anymore, And like, yeah, the content will still be here. Like, I'm still going to put stuff on YouTube. If you don't like looking at me sitting in front of my podcast station, then that's on you. I mean, like, I can't really do anything about that, but, we'll get there. Affirm I'm trending. It's funny. It's like, I'm not saying that I'm not, but like, I used to do that all the time. I used to affirm my videos are going viral and all that stuff every fucking night. I'm just like, I just don't know if do I want to? I don't want to further ensnare myself into YouTube. I'm like finally being able to like feeling good about, going somewhere else, I guess. Not completely, but just not it being the main everything, Which platforms can we find you then? You can find me at my website, roxytalks.com. The podcast, I'm on all the podcast platforms, Apple, Spotify, Google, all that shit. Those places. Yeah. I'm gonna be putting out like music and stuff coming soon, and just, I don't know, man. Like, the thing about what I teach mostly is making your life what you want it to be and being the you that you want to be. And the me that I want to be is not somebody who feels like they have to make YouTube videos to survive, especially when making YouTube videos, while definitely has built this amazing community and connected so many of us, has also caused me a lot of stress with like my content being stolen and people saying shitty things about me that don't fucking know me and like don't know the situation. And like, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's like what it comes with is almost not worth it sometimes. Like, it might be to some people, but like for me, I'm not that kind of a person. I'm not like a fucking hater. I'm not a fucking drama person. I'm not a gossip. I'm not into that shit. So like, putting myself on a platform, not saying that that's what YouTube is for, but that stuff definitely thrives here and gets a lot of, attention. And I'm just like, I'm not willing to compromise who I am just for views on YouTube. I don't give a fuck about, like, luckily I'm older. I came from before views were a thing. Like, I don't fucking care about views. I don't give a fuck how many views. I made the video already. My job has been done. So like, I don't validate myself on the number of views, and I just don't want to be like in that cycle of like, this one didn't do good. How come this one? And how come and over here? And then this, and like analyzing constantly and going through all this headache of like, fuck that, dude. Fuck it. Cause I can go sit on my fucking podcast, talk about the same shit, feel good about it, not have to put on 70 pounds of hair and all kinds of, not that I have to do that, but it's like, I like built that into my brand. And I can just go be myself, put out content, and have just as many, if not more, people consume it. And it sounds fucked up, but it's like, I am a content creator. I am an artist. I am a business owner, and I have to think about those things as well. So, I will still be on Mindset Monday because I definitely want to be able to connect with you guys. I really like that aspect. I will still do affirmations and things like that and meditations. I will put out videos here and there, but I don't know, guys. I don't know. Will we see some collaborations? I mean, maybe. I want to have people on my podcast. Like, I want to have like more like interviews with people on my podcast. Like, I really want Ralph Smart. That's who I would love to be my first podcast guest. Janaya? So that's follow your heart, Miss Roxy. I appreciate you. Thank you. And it's like, that's the thing. It's like, if I'm really going to practice what I preach, if I'm really out here living the life I choose, then I cannot just stay on YouTube because, right? Like, it doesn't bring me happiness. It brings me stress. And like, it's like, I'm manifesting my life. And I know I'm affirming these things, guys. And I talk about this in my podcast. Like, I even said in the beginning, like, I'm going to be affirming some 3D stuff here, but like, I want you guys to know that like, The reason I'm talking about it is because I have been working to flip for like 6 months straight. And now I'm just like, all that has done is pushed me to a different platform. Let me just say it like that. Like, intending that I love my life, I'm completely fulfilled, I love doing what I'm doing, I'm helping millions of people, my business is booming, has led me to being pushed to something different. Okay. So the fact that I am affirming it out loud is just so you guys know, like, I have done what I decided was enough to try to turn the tide, because what that would trending on YouTube, everything blowing up on YouTube would mean more YouTubing, you know? So like, my intention overall is not to stay as I'm not like, I'm not like a YouTuber. That's not like what I'm here, like who I am. So this is like part of my journey of like getting to where I'm going, but it's not like the journey. Right. And so 6 months of intending all of these things has led me to going off. So my point is that, yes, I'm affirming the 3D and saying all these things about YouTube, but that's because I've like done so much work at not saying these things. And like, it has led me to where I'm at right now. So I'm comfortable saying it. I know I'm affirming something that I don't necessarily want, but I don't really fucking care anymore. You know, it's like that point where like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect my business. It doesn't affect where I'm going. It doesn't affect anything because I'm not allowing it to. It never could unless I let it. So, you know, okay. Have I considered switching to Twitch? I've, you know, maybe, but it's like, that's not the platform for manifesting, right? Like, I don't know. That's not like where like manifestors are hanging out. I feel like the podcast is where I want to be, because people who listen to podcasts, are searching for long format content, right? Like, you go into a podcast, it's because you want something to listen to for X amount of time, or because you want information, or because you want to level your life up, or because you're growing and or whatever. Like, not saying that that's not what's going on YouTube at all. I don't want to like put anybody down or anything like that. It's just, you know, like, the people on podcasts looking for podcasts are looking for what I want to give. So I'm going to do that, you know? And like I had, you know, I said I had a radio show back in the day. So it's like, this is not even like new for me. This is like actually going back to my roots, doing the more of the podcast thing, interviewing people and like, you know, having guests and talking about God knows what. Well, it was music when I was talking before, of course, but you know. Oh, another person said something about Twitch. You know, I've never really looked into it, honestly. I just assume like, oh, it's a video game thing. Like, people have told me before, but I just, I don't know. I just never really thought that I would like fit in on that platform, I guess, or that there would be like the people that I want to reach there. Not, you know what I mean? Like, not that like, as a business owner, obviously your point is to reach your target market. I want to reach people who want to better their lives and are gonna do the work. That's my ideal client. So I don't know like what the demographics are like on Twitch, like if that's what people are there to do. Carmen says we should do subliminals. Yeah, I've heard that before. Yeah, I can do. Would you guys want subliminals of the affirmation tracks I already have out? Because that would be really easy since I've already made them. And just make the track lower than the music, a lot lower than the music. Johnny says, you're a great YouTuber. Manifest more subs to get 110. I don't need more subs. I mean, I'm not going to listen. This might sound snatchy to you. I don't mean this to you, but what I'm about to say is I don't need more subscribers. My subscribers go up every single day. That's what I've been saying. The views are, it's like the chart of the subscribers and views is going like this. And I don't know why. I've been working really hard to figure it out. Okay. And it's funny because I've been intending, we have the answer. We figured it out and stuff. And like, I have gotten some information and like, you know, double down on your stuff that you know works. But that what that means is remaking videos that I've already made. And again, it's not fun. I don't want to fucking do that. Who wants to do that? I don't like repeating myself. You guys know that. So like making the same shit over and over, that sounds like a fucking nightmare to me. That's not why I built my own business, so I could do the same shit over and over every single day. That's the opposite reason. I need variety in my life. I'm that kind of person. Like I get bored with shit. Oh, Leanne says I listen to tons of subliminals more than clearly stated affirmations. Okay, I could do that. AM says, okay, I understand. I'm currently checking your podcast out. I found your channel yesterday and binged. I appreciate you. Thank you. Like, listen, and then it's like, it's not like there's not a shit ton. I have over like 200 videos. I made over 200 videos on that channel in a year's time. We made amazing connections. We're still here. I just don't know how much I have left in me of that particular format right now. And I definitely don't have it in me to be a YouTuber. Like, that's the other thing about it. It's like, it's not just about the views. It's like, I don't want to be a YouTuber. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is gonna sound bitchy again, but like, does that make sense? Like, I don't want to fucking do that. It's not who I am. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm a more be Oprah. I'm just gonna say that. So, you know, Crystalline Mind, you could include a mini transcript in the description of what you say. What do you consider a mini transcript? How do you mini a transcript? This is the point of this chat where my voice sounds very bitchy, but I'm not trying to be bitch. This is literally just how I talk, okay? So I'm sorry. Okay. Rylan says you're a Roxy, and Malachi says you're a magician. Yes, both. Yes. Instagram new rules opinion. Instagram new rules, I want to fucking delete the app off of every fucking thing I have. That's my opinion of it. And not just because of what they're doing to creators, but because of the way they're fucking, do they not have enough of our fucking info as it is? Do they not have enough control over us as it is? Like, it's sick. I think it's fucking sick. And I'm sick of it. Okay, I'm gonna be weird. I didn't take my Dr. Savvy pills yet. Just so everyone knows, they don't think I'm weird. These are, you can take the bromide and, what is the other one? Oh, Viento. And then this is the London cough tea, y'all. I'm gonna be real with you guys. You guys hear me cough a lot. You know, I'm fucking lady on it. I smoke a lot of weed, guys. That's the real truth. That's why I be coughing. Is this my last live? Just fucking burning it all down. That's all. It helps me deal with life. I don't drink. I don't do anything else, but I use my weed. It keeps me from not being crazy. All right. And I'm going to take my little vitamin pills. It's nothing creepy. They do taste like shit, though. Ugh. Ugh, yuckies. Next lifetime, you almost made me spit my tea out. Oh my God. Oh, Rice says they're literally using this to create info to create AI. Johnny White says manifest a collab song with Selena. Selena's from Beyond the Grave? I'm 37, boo. That's my Selena. No shade to Selena Gomez, but she's just not the first Selena I think of. Have I watched Lucifer on Netflix? No, I have not. Oh, Next Lifetime says I got my first internship today. I'm so happy. Totally catapulted my career and success. Yes, you get a round of applause for that. Proud of you. Tasha, stop it. She said 37, looking 27. Girl, appreciate you. Yay. Tracy says, hey, Roxy, I just want to say that I recently purchased your SP workshop and the confidence workshop, and I'm loving them so much. I'm taking my time with them, but thank you. They changed my life and everything. I see everything in a completely different perspective. Best purchase I've bought in a really long time. Thank you. I'm proud of you. I'm so excited. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the glowing review, honestly, because like I really do put my fucking all into that shit. And I really just like my goal, my real goal is to give you guys the information so you don't have to ask me shit. That's why I'm like, here's all the information. It's like, don't ask me anything. You can do this yourself. But I do, like, it's like, as I do these Mindset Mondays more, it's like, I less want to answer questions and more just want to talk to you guys, because like, that's what's fun. But then it's like, why would you want to come on here and I answer questions for you? I guess because you want to come see me, and that's the only reason why you're here, of course, right? Best case scenario. Yeah, Sparkle says, as of today, they have access to our pictures and a lot more data on our phones, something like that. It's insane. They have access to everything, like your call logs, what they say, who you're talking to, all your pictures. When you're using the app, the cameras are like watching your facial recognition so they can see if you like what you're looking at. Mm-hmm. They're like monitoring everything you do on your phone, on every device. Like, oof. Oof. Facebook. God. Fucking motherfuckers. Beck says, what is this about Selena? Oh, somebody suggested I do a collab song with Selena, and I said From Beyond the Grave. But I wasn't trying to shade Selena Gomez. It's just because I'm an old lady. No, I'm a young woman. And so when I think of Selena, I think of Selena, not necessarily Selena Gomez. That's like that was my first reaction. I would love to do a fucking collaboration with Selena. It's really nice. Okay, guys, how are we? Would I ever do a meet and greet soon? Well, okay. Would I do a meet and greet? Absolutely. Will I do it soon? Probably not. Because I don't know what's going on in the world. Z-Books, he said, I was 25. I mean, I was 25 in, let's see, 2008. How many of you were born in 2008 when I was 25 years old? That's when I graduated college, 2008. At 25. My dad was giving me shit about, he's like, way to go to a 4-year school for like 6.5 years or whatever. My best friend was like, she was on the 7-year plan and she graduated early. So thank you. Oh my God, right? Fucking Ryland. Okay, Emily was born in 2007. Yeah, I was like in college then. Melly Vay says, that took you a while. Yeah, and fucking judge me. I got my goddamn degree. I motherfucking got it. I partied a lot when I was young. I busted my ass out. I didn't party in high school at all. So when I got to college, I was like, hi. And I still. Okay, hold on. I love when people think I'm ignoring them as if I don't have thousands of comments coming through so fast that I can barely keep up on them. And then like the one comment, I don't even see your name anywhere else except to say, oh, she's ignoring me. Bye. Like as if you guys, come on now. I don't fucking know you enough to ignore you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on. I'm a person too. This okay, see right here. And then you know what? I'm not gonna say shit. I'm just gonna say I'm so glad I'm working on my podcast and doing other things, because it's really nice to have people who are very kind and understanding of what you're doing, and say nice things to you. Such a fucking bitch. Just kidding. Okay, what's going on? Tony says, what do you do when your anxiety just takes over? I have times where I can't control my mind. I self-soothe. Everything's fine. It's okay. It's okay. Everything's fine. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good until it's gone. Like, that's the only thing that works for me. And that's something I was doing. I started doing that naturally without realizing that I was manifesting. Like, before, I was doing, that was just how I would get through those, any moment where I was just like scared, or just like, everything's fine. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Like, I don't know. I just did this because I visualized myself on a ladder. I'm scared of heights. So like, even being on a ladder, I'm like, this is fine. I'm like this. I'm safe. I'm okay. This is fine. Everything's great. Universe, Rosanna, girl. That's so funny. Roxy always sees my comments because I just know she will. And my eyes went straight to it. Okay, so now thank you. I appreciate you. Says, you know what? I'm going to say you do look 37, because why do we have this mentality at 37 is, oh, fuck that. Thank you. I agree. I totally agree too, because people are like, you look so young for your age. I'm like, I am young. Wait till you get here. Wait till you fucking get here. And you're like, oh shit, this doesn't feel any different than 21. What the fuck? It's the same. Your body just ages. It's the same. So thank you. I appreciate that. And I 100% agree. Next Lifetime says 37 is like 27 in 2020. It is. It really is. Like, every generation gets like later and later, you know? Like, some people are like moving out of the house and like having kids at 18, like, you know, way back in the day. Like, whereas like I didn't move out of the house till I was 23. And then my husband and I had to move back in the house to his parents' house when we were like 28. That was a great experience. Wonderful. So if anybody ever has to move home again, just know that everybody does, and it's okay. It's literally okay. I love you guys. You're so funny. Michelle says, it took me 5 years to get my degree and 7 years to actually use it. Okay, yeah. So it took me technically 6 years, but I took a year off in the middle. So it took me 7 years of time, but technically 6 years. And the reason why is because, first of all, my punctuality. You guys know how punctual I am, because I always show up right on time at noonish, right? Every time. So punctuality was an issue for me in college, and I was so embarrassed of being late that if I was late for class, like it was always my first class. So whatever first class I had every semester was fucked, pretty much. Didn't matter what it was. So every time I was late, if I was more than like a minute, or I was too scared to go in the class, so I would skip class. So I ended up failing a bunch of classes because I wouldn't go because I was late. That was one. And then there was a couple times where I didn't go. There's sometimes I wouldn't go because I was partying. I was like, we're just out late the night before. But I really got my shit together my senior year, and I just got all of it done in like 3 semesters. And I graduated over the summer semester because I was like, I am out of this bitch. I need to be done. Brandon's 29 going on 19. Pamela, do I have any cats? Yes, I have one. Usually she comes and messes with me because I'm in the chair, but I don't know where she is. She must be sleeping right now. See, Booksy says feeling young is a mindset, not a number thing. You know, that's so true. I always say this because, like, my stepmom, when I first met my dad's wife when I was younger, ex-wife, she told me, she said something like, I remember she was like 34 at the time. She's like, I'm like 34, but I'm like, she's like, maybe she wasn't 34. It doesn't matter how old she was, but she was like, I'm like a grown-up kid. I'm basically like an adult child. And I was like, wait, you can do that? And like, I'd never I'd never met an adult before that was like, nah, you don't have to grow up. And I was like, oh shit, that's an option. And that, like, I'll never forget that. So obviously I was like, I'll have what she's having. And then my dad always says, like, he's like, I'm aging backwards. He's always said that. So I'm kind of just like, me too. It's genetic. And like my grandma is 90 years old, but she's gorgeous. And she looks very like, she doesn't like when I'm like, she's 90. But I'm like, bitch, you're 90 and you look like you're like 55. Like, she's beautiful, gorgeous. I've been wanting to put a picture of her on Facebook, but then sometimes I'm like, Leave me alone. Don't look at my family. But she, yeah, my grandma's like 90. She's like smart as a whip, still kicking, still doing her shit, doing other things. She's a really cool ass chick. Okay. Mackenzie says, how do I get back on track if I doubt my manifestations without it feeling fake? Well, first of all, stop worrying about it feeling fake and just say, like, you know what? I'm working on changing my mindset. And if it doesn't feel right at first, that's fine, because I'm just going to hammer it in there and eventually it will feel okay. So I'm not worried about it. So change this idea that like it has to feel real and like, and you have to accept it right away, because that's not the case. Like you're working to convince yourself. And that's why we like hammer these ideas in. So how do you get back on track when you doubt? The second that you notice you're doubting, no, you know what? Actually, it's all working out. This is okay. It's fine. I'm on track. This is fine. Say something better. Just say something else. And then if you hear another doubt, counter it. If you hear another doubt, counter it. No back-to-back doubts, no back-to-back negative thoughts. Don't let them pile up on you, because then it starts to create like this permeation of doubt that within your life, and it kind of seeps everywhere. So the second you realize that you need to get back on track, just kidding. Actually, we're all good. Everything's fine. We're going forward. Set some new intentions. Say that everything's fine. Remind yourself you're in control. Just do something to get yourself out of that mind frame and then back into, you know what? Everything's fine and it's still all working out. I'm not really worried. Holly, I see you and I appreciate your comment. Thank you. Tony, thank you, babe. Appreciate you. You're so sweet. Johnny says, can you have a fast shift when you're manifesting hot weather in this time of year? Yeah, you can definitely manifest weather. For sure. It's your reality. Zuboxy says, yes, I live for seeing women thriving at ages which society considers old. It's so bizarre how like, yeah, like you lose your fucking market value after you turn like 31. According to society, I don't know, but like that's one of those things that like if you let that be the truth, then it's your truth. But I'm living proof that you don't have to let it be your truth. Like, I'm gonna not say what I was just about to say, but let's just say like I've seen people who are younger than me who look a lot older than me, and I'm not putting anyone down. So like, you know, it's just it is in your mind. It's all a state of mind. And I don't know how the fuck I'm 37. I really don't. I don't know. I just know that when you do the math, that's what the numbers equal up to. I don't know how the fuck that happened, but here I am. So I don't know. Yeah. Okay, Nuri, thank you. I actually really like that you said this. We talked about OCD earlier, and this is something I failed to say, so I'm so glad you said this. It says, maybe drop the label, the identity that OCD is who you are. Maybe change the meaning that is connected to it. It's mostly connected to a past meaning, emotional charge. Past meaning and emotional charge we gave it that make it a reason. Yeah, absolutely. I love that you said that. And says, I would go deep dive to past meditation. Yeah, you can do past meditation to which event brought you to belief. This is who you are. We're not born with it. There is an event in the subconscious, maybe. Okay, yeah. So I definitely agree with like the first half of what you said. Definitely don't define yourself that way. Look at the beliefs supporting it, and yes, change those at the deeper level. Personally, like, yeah, you can definitely do a meditation and like kind of like pinpoint that place or that experience. In my personal opinion, maybe you don't. Not everybody has to, but maybe you should. Maybe you do. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But I think that you can also just like knowing that like I'm no longer gonna call it myself this. I'm not gonna give it a name. I'm gonna treat it, and I'm also gonna be conscious of how I'm acting when I'm experiencing it, and just move forward like that. Oh yeah, and then this person is also saying Dolores Cannon in the raw materials, which is the law of one stuff. That's literally what I was saying earlier. So I don't know who this Nurit person is. Thank you for being here and helping with, giving people information. That's the two things I was talking about earlier as well. So good to know that we have, other people are, finding that same kind of like value and information from the same sources. Bashar, yep, exactly. Okay. Oh, Sanam says, yes, this has been a fear of mine that I think that I've been suppressing the fear of getting too old for things because I'm 28 now and I don't have time to achieve anything and be considered valuable. Okay, so I totally understand that, right? Because I've been 28. I've been 28, I've been 29, I've been 30, I've been 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, and now 37. I've been these ages and I understand. I spent the first half of my 30s, 5 fucking years stressing about the fact that I was in my 30s. And guess what? Now I'm even closer to, I've only been embracing it for 2, but I'm almost out of these fuckers. I'm not about to be 40, but I'm as close as I've ever fucking been, right? Like we're getting like I can see 40 looming in the distance and that is mind blowing to me. But what I want to say about that is like, listen, you may be 28 now, but if you don't deal with this and decide that it doesn't fucking matter how old you are, you're going to be 38 one day and be like, holy shit, I could have done something the last 10 fucking years. What the fuck was I doing? I wasted that whole time thinking I couldn't do anything when I could have been doing something the whole time. And now I'm 38 and I got to start from scratch. I've been there. Okay. I know it. I've been there myself. So get rid of that notion. It's not real. It's not true. It's a lie. You can do whatever the fuck you want at any age. There's no rule except the ones you put on yourself. Okay, Ashley just said I can't afford a car. Hold on, I just can't afford a car. Listen, girl, I appreciate you. I'm going to delete this comment out of love right here. Of course you can. Why wouldn't you be able to? Money comes to you every single day. You got tons of money flowing to you and everything's always working out in your favor. It's so exciting that you have a car coming your way. Yay, I'm so proud of you. Baby steps count. Next lifetime says, Ashley, yes, you can. You're rich as fuck. You don't even have, you can be rich. You don't even have to be rich. Either way, you have a car. Car and rich are not the same thing. Car and money are not the same thing. Car is a car. Money is money. Can you use money to get a car? Yeah. Can you use a car to get money? Yeah. Are they the same thing? No. I mean, technically they're both energy, right? But at the end of the day, one of them is more of a concept and the other one is more of a destination. Alexandra says, tips for manifesting tonight with a conjunction. Can I be honest with you guys? I have no fucking clue. Everyone's like, can you talk about sometime the December 20th? I'm like, I don't. I saw a video of planets like aligned. I don't know anything about it. Nothing. Nothing. Colex says, I can't afford a car and I have 2. Obviously you can. So let's just take that off. Do I like any paranormal or creepy ghost stuff? Yeah, a little bit. Like I love Teresa. I'm very interested in like the channeling of it, like the connecting to it. Cause I'm interested in any sort of channeling because it's like kind of sort of what I do too. So I like that people have like their own different little brands of it, but I don't really like. I have a weird thing where just like I don't really know how much I believe in like spirits or like ancestors or something. I get a lot of shit for it, but I just like I came from being an atheist, so like even to be where I'm at right now with like this non-physical stuff is like it's a lot for me. For it's I've changed my views a lot, so I'm still trying to figure out how to believe in like spirits and stuff and like that kind of I don't know. And he says, I'm always down to get spooked with a good ghost story. Janina, proud of you, says, I sold 3 of my paintings today just by affirming I sell my paintings every day. Thank you, Roxy, for everything you do. I'm proud of you. That's fucking awesome. That feels so good as an artist. It feels so fucking good as an artist to be validated like that. That's amazing. Sometimes it's 3. Okay. I like talking to you guys, but then I'm like, I have shit to do. I have to record my podcast after this. Lindsay says, thank you so much for your donation as well. Says listening to affirmations versus saying them is one more powerful than the other. I can't answer definitively like if one's more powerful than the other because they're both powerful. And like, you know, like, I mean, it's, you know, like I personally believe that what's manifesting is your overall concept and like the narration of your life, like what that means to you. So if you are listening to the affirmations, they're still getting in there. Your subconscious is still accepting them. Saying them, I think maybe keeps you more focused on them. Like when I'm listening to affirmations, when I'm repeating them, I'm more focused in like in the moment and like making sure that my thoughts are on track versus like it's easy to kind of like let your mind wander when you're just listening. So it's like all personal. Like if it like it kind of depends on you. And then if you also are thinking like, oh, it's not as powerful if I just listen, then that's a manifestation of its own. So I would say that they're both equally powerful and you get just as much benefit as listening as you do saying them, but they're both powerful and it's great. Jabames. Thank you. I appreciate your compliment. SF. Okay, we've actually talked a lot about anxiety and thoughts and like intrusive thoughts and stuff on this live. I would suggest like going back and watching it through just because like we've just, you know, kind of talked about it a bunch already. It's not bad. Like, I don't know. I just like saying the same thing I've already said in this very recording, you know? But also, guys, just want to remind you, will you have a new workshop? Basically, the follow-up to the scripting workshop, because I had a lot of people asking for a new scripting workshop. So, new year, new you, live masterclass. It's scripting and affirmation setting, intention setting, and scripting, affirmations, and intention setting for the new year. That's happening January 9th. And if you want to sign up, you can do so at my website, or I pinned the comment above in the chat. You can go right to it, the link there. It's about Sugar. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Okay. Tracy says, I have a question about revision. I've been trying to get into it more. Does it still work if the event you want to change was an argument over text? Yeah, nothing is. It doesn't matter. It's all the same shit. It's irrelevant. Francesca, I have a video about getting blocked on my YouTube channel if you want to check that out. Okay. See, Booksy, any tips on how to tap into your higher self and receive guidance? My tip would be meditation. Ebony says, is manifesting someone to forget something embarrassing about you a thing? Yeah, you can do that. Absolutely. Holly, thoughts on alcohol? My thinking on alcohol is that it, well, obviously it's poison, right? Let's be real, it's poison. But also the thing about alcohol is that if you cross that line, you know, like the point of no return, you're kind of in that state for so long that it's like you're kind of like for me, like when I get drunk, like I'm not a angry drunk. If something happens and I snap when I'm drunk, I usually get like emotional, like cry about the shit that's like sad in my life. And that's what I'll do is I'll like just like go like super sad and like fucking cry my eyes out and sob. So that's usually what happens when I get so drunk that like, you know, I'm like past the point of no return. So like for me, that's extremely unproductive to be sad about like loss and things that I can't control and not be like working on those thoughts as I'm like feeling like that desperation and hopelessness. Like, let's be real. So, you know, like I recently had to quit drinking again because that happened to me. Like I'll just tell you, it doesn't really matter. I was at my, so my cousin was like, my sister passed away almost 10 years ago. Her brother recently got married and he just had a baby. So I was at the baby shower. This is like a few months ago, but before all the crazy restrictions, we were wearing masks and stuff. Like there was, you know, so it was like a baby shower and, you know, just not having her there, like his sister, she's my sister too, like my cousin technically, but not having her there and just like, it was just like a lot to do, you know, having the new baby and just whatever. So I got like fucked up at his wedding or at the baby shower. And part of it was because I was like drinking Moscato every single day, like this year since the lockdown happened. Cause that's I started drinking it then again at the beginning of the lockdown, or actually let's take it back. I started drinking in February again. Cause when I moving is stressful. And then like, we just got settled in our house when the lockdown happened. So I just kind of never had a period of like not drinking. And I just, you know, when that lockdown happened, I think a lot of people just started drinking a bunch and I was just drinking like bottles of Moscato every fucking day. Stella Rosa, if you're wondering. And so I went to the baby shower and I should have brought Stella Rosa with me, but I didn't. And there was like cupcake rosé. And I was like, well, I guess this is the closest thing to it. And I fucking drank like, I don't know how much I drank, but my uncle, like next time I saw him, he was like, yeah, when I saw that third bottle come out, I was like, I cracked a third bottle because I was the only one drinking it. So, and then the cupcake has like 15% alcohol, whereas the Moscato has like 5. So I was drinking my normal amount, just pounding it back like it's fucking picnic juice, but I'm drinking like way higher alcohol content. Almost died in the shower, pretty much. You had heard of Roxy Talks no more. And I haven't drank since because it was just awful. But anyways, it's like, yeah, I spent 12 hours in absolute agony and misery. And that's the 12 hours after I was wasted. That wasn't even like the 4 hours of, you know, feeling sorry for myself and being sad about the shit that I can't have in my life anymore, you know, apparently. So my opinion on alcohol is that if you can keep it in a place where you don't get like triggered, then cool. Like, cause it obviously can relieve stress and take the edge off. But like, if you get triggered, it's hard to come back from when you're drunk. Like it's almost like once you're off the cliff, we're done. Like you're literally off the cliff, we're done. There's till you get to the bottom and then you're down there until you decide you're not anymore. So that's kind of how like alcohol, obviously you can do, it's up to you, but just know that, you know, when you reach that point of no return, it's not a good place to be as a conscious manifester, in my personal opinion. So yeah, so that's why I don't drink anymore. Again, this is the second time I quit drinking. I used to drink a lot when I was in my 20s. We drank like every day. And just like out, you know, I was in Denver, I was like out at the bars. That was the culture. It was like we just go out to every night. But then now I don't ever go anywhere. But I stopped going places way before COVID happened. But anyways, there's my story, you guys. Just leaving it out on the line today. I don't even care. So I just, you know, whatever, it is what it is. Oh, anything to add to that? Okay. Is that done? Daniel says I need some coaching. I got coaching at my website, roxytalks.com. Thank you, Sunny. I appreciate all you guys. Have I ever been to Japan? No, not yet. Obviously, I really, really, really want to go, but when I can, I know, like everyone's like, you have to go to fucking Japan. Like you would just die there. I'm like, I want to really bad, but you know, when I can, I'm definitely going to be traveling more and, having, you know, I want to do retreats. Like I said before, you guys, like we had a retreat plan and I was literally going to start the marketing the week that COVID happened. And we were like, we literally had to have a meeting and be like, we can't send this email, right? Like we have to make sure that there's going to be, you know, people are like, we didn't know, it was just the beginning of the shutdown. And we're like, let's just not send this email. So that would have been in August. So we still have it. It's all planned. We have it like from the whole thing, the whole planned out, ready to go. But I'm just waiting for the world to open back up. Ryan says, any tips or tricks for gay people to manifest SP? Listen, I'm just going to take the gay out and just put people because irrelevant. doesn't matter. Like, just understand that our concepts of, you know, ourselves and other people and how we're treated and like how people are going to respond to us is all part of our own stories and definitions of ourselves. And just know that like you're finding love, you meet all kinds of people that like resonate with you and get you, and you're in trust and you have amazing experiences and these deep connections and you feel so fulfilled and connected. And like, this is the same for, again, for everybody. It doesn't matter who you are, what you're into, and it's all the same shit. So just intend that you are satisfied, you're comfortable, you love your life, you feel safe, you feel understood and connected, and the people around you have your back, and you know, you're there for each other. And anybody that you do meet or entertain to potentially be a romantic partner is supportive and kind and caring and open and honest and trustworthy and and then just, you know, that's just be that. Know that you are okay, everything's fine. If you expect acceptance from people and love, and just know that things are going to unfold for you in your favor as long as you keep persisting through them, they will. I don't know movies about Laoway besides The Secret. I don't have it. I don't know. Someone else might. Hannah, thank you so much. Says my SP reached out to me, but I was negative and moody. I feel like I lost my chance. He was really excited to talk to me, and then I fucked it up. No, you did not. Don't say you fucked it up. It's not over. Nothing's changed. That person is still excited to talk to you. They're always excited to talk to you. That does not change. If you had a bad day, that fucking happens when you're in relationships, and that's normal. And do not beat yourself up over or think that you have ruined things, because that's when things are ruined, is when you decide they're ruined. So understand this person still is very excited to talk to you. They're always excited to talk to you. You couldn't mess it up unless you said you did. And it's all still unfolding in your favor. If anything, they got to see a side of the real you, and they're still here. They're still excited. And we know we can move forward knowing that they accept you as you are for who you are. And you got it. And thank you. Appreciate you. But I feel like, and then this next question, I feel like manifesting a guy is different from manifesting a girl. Or I feel like guy manifesting guy is different from girl manifesting girl. If you feel that way, then it is, but it's not, okay? That's what I mean. Like, it's your own definition. Like I said right in the beginning, what you think is possible is what's possible for you. So if you think it's easier for girls to manifest girls than guys manifest guys, first of all, you're wrong. And second of all, that's what you're going to experience. I have a lot of clients who are girls manifesting girls, and they still need guidance. Like, it's nobody is impervious to it. So don't even say that you are, because that's manifestation. You saying that it's easier for girls than guys is you manifesting that that's harder for you because you're a guy. So don't say that shit anymore. It's easy for you. And then, okay, next lifetime. Thank you. We all easily manifest perfect relationships. That's right. Okay, Pooja says, if my partner says that he wants 2 things to change for us to be happy together, should I highlight that as my blocks I need to fix? Okay, hold on. Now, if these are valid things, like, you know, I need more honesty, I need more communication, I need, you know, whatever, fine, definitely. But if it's something that you want to change yourself so someone else will accept you, I'm not down with that. Personally, as a coach, I'm not going to tell you to change yourself so someone else can fit your mold. You need to change your concept of you and them, and they fit your mold. So if you want to change those things, cool, great. Now you have the opportunity to do so, and you're going to work on it. If they want you to change it and it doesn't feel right, change them. My personal opinion. Okay, I think this might be my last question. Alice, thank you so much, says, I was manifesting my ex for 1 year, but he moved on and someone else got the version I was manifesting. Things I thought of and imagined they post. Does this mean I can't manifest him back anymore? No. Why would it? It would only mean that if you think it. If anything, like, okay, if anything happens to other people, this theme is coming up a lot today. You're not the first person that's asked a question about, I manifested something and someone else got it. Okay, I've heard that like the 3rd time I've read that question today. So here's the deal for everybody listening. If somebody else gets what you want, good. You are powerful. You have done it. You have manifested the thing you want in your reality. Okay? So cut the jealousy, cut the BS, cut the fear, the worry, the doubt, the insecurity, all the shit saying it's not working, and realize That's what's standing in your way, because it's not your ability to manifest that thing or that person, because you see it in your reality. You know you can do it, but you're still saying a bunch of bullshit about yourself and a situation that's getting in the way and preventing it from being right here in front of you for you. So that's what I just said. Stop being jealous. Change the story. It is working out for you, and stop acting like it can't work. It's all available to you. If you can think of it, you can have it. That's the only the only caveat is if you can physically imagine, not physically, if you can virtually imagine it, if it can exist in your mind, then it has to be possible out there, because you would not be allowed to access the information. You wouldn't. Think about it like this, okay? If let's say that you are the internet, okay? You are, what is this thing called? You are Chrome, okay? Every single website that is installed on the internet available to you in your country, you will be able to access, because it's already on the internet. Even if you've never heard of it before, even if it's the first time you thought of it, or if you thought about it 1,000 fucking times and you haven't gone to that website yet. Or if you've been there 1,000 times and you're going for 1,001. Doesn't really matter. It's already there. Now, could you get to a website that was not built? No, because it's not there. Could you imagine, and I'm not talking about when you're building yourself, right? As someone else, let's say another website could, as an internet user, could you physically even fathom what a potential website looks like if you didn't know anything about it or didn't know it existed and wasn't prompted? Like, think about it like this, like, you couldn't get there mentally if the information wasn't there allowable to you to access, because we are programmed. So if the thought's there, then the program exists somewhere. It's already out there. So like, if a website is not installed on the internet, I can't get to it. But once it's installed there, then of course I can get to it, because it's already in the internet. Like, does that make sense? Let me think if there's another way I can think about this. PlayStation games, same thing. It's the same concept. When you have PlayStation games, you can play the games that are allowed for PlayStation. You cannot, and you're never going to see glimpses of a game that is like just strictly for Xbox on a PlayStation. It just can't, it doesn't. So you're not going to, you can't even like think of it if it's not for you. Because it's just, it doesn't, you wouldn't have it there, because it's part of the existence that you're already in, and that's why you're able to think of it. So if you're thinking of it, it's already there. You don't have to worry about being able to, if you can get it. It's more like, what am I doing to keep it away from me right now? And what you're doing is reacting to somebody else having it, thinking it's not working you, and everything else that manifested from this, you and this person breaking up also. Okay. Okay. I'm going to answer this last question. That's it. Rachel Terry says, I told my SP about everyone as you pushed out and he doesn't agree with it and made me doubt it. How can we both live by everyone as you pushed out when it's my reality? You don't give a shit what he says. Who cares what he thinks? Why are you giving him an opinion? I don't mean that in a cold way. I mean, like, literally, you're choosing your reality. So why are you letting that person tell you what you choose? Why? There's no point. There's no reason to. Okay. Blair, I like this. This is a new question I've never had. I've had 2 recent near misses with meeting / talking to my SP, off by literal seconds. A friend who happens to know him wants to feel him out and try to introduce us. I'm coming so close. Any tips? I think, okay, actually, it's funny because you answered your own question right there. You literally answered it. The reason you're not meeting them is because your friend who happens to know him wants to feel him out first. That's why you haven't. That's why you've been so fucking close, but your friend's filling him out. So wow, it's happening exactly as you said. That's fucking great, just like everybody else. So now we are connected. They felt them out and they really want to introduce you. This is inevitable now. So now we're not going to have near misses. We're going to have big old meetings and fucking connections, and it feels really great. And I'm so glad we're connecting. We're perfect. We have such a great bond. This is so, oh my God, our personalities mesh so well, yada, yada, yada. Start telling the story of how great it feels to have this in your reality now, instead of like, it's coming. Change that up. Okay. All right, guys, I'm tired now. I shouldn't have pushed myself to the point of exhaustion because now I have to do my fudging podcast. I should have got off an hour ago. Somebody asked me something that'll fire me up. Or maybe I should just drink the rest of my coffee. No, don't say anything to fire me up. I'll do it myself. Okay. So anyways, live workshop coming up. New year, new you. Masterclass. Life scripting. Affirmations. Intention setting for the new year. General admission 35. VIP 55. And for the VIP ticket, you get a guaranteed live coaching questioning with me. Okay, Hannah, this is my last one. Thank you for the super chat. Says, is it okay for me to reach out to him first, or should I wait for him to reach out to me? The waiting for him to text really sucks. That's where your answer is right there. The waiting for him to text really sucks. That's where your truth of your manifestation is, and that's what you need to be worrying about. Not whether you should reach out or not. You need to be working on your story because you don't have a good enough story to reach out to him right now because you're waiting for him to text, and it sucks, which means he's not texting. So even if you did text, he probably won't text back because you're waiting, and that really sucks. Do you see how your story is just manifesting over and over? So change the story. We always talk. I can reach out to him if I want. He can reach out to me. We always reach out to each other. It doesn't fucking matter because no one gives a shit who texts first in real relationships. So stop acting like it matters. The longer you act like it matters, the longer it does. Thanks for firing me up. I appreciate that. You see that? Instant manifestation. Woo! Got the energy I needed. All right, I better get up now. Oh, yeah, and Riley. Yeah, and I do have a video of it. Thanks, Ray. Sunny, I love you. Says 2020 was the best. I had the longest vacation I've always wanted. That's all right. We have to, right? We have to do that. How can people see me as an adult? You see you as an adult. Know that you are. Don't let them tell you any different. If they do tell you any different in your mind, you're like, ha, yeah, right. They know I'm an adult, and just move on. Don't let them tell you what you are. You tell you what you are. Lee, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the podcast. I am going to get off of here and film a new one. Oh, somebody did ask what I'm talking about. I guess I can tell you the Yeah, so we're talking about rewriting your SP and rewriting yourself today in the podcast. It's going to be out on Wednesday on all the podcast platforms. And then I'll put out a video clip on YouTube. Let me pull up my little Callie. Where's my little Callie? I'll tell you some exact dates. Yeah, so the podcast drops on Wednesday. Oh, shit. Did I change it? You guys, sorry, I changed it. No. This next one is going to be making it through the holiday. What do you guys think about this? Making it through the holidays. Oh, yeah, and success stories. Okay, we changed it up. So we're going to talk about making it through the holidays during COVID. Obviously, this is new times. I'm going to be reading some success stories on live. We're going to be doing the Dear Roxy segment. And then I forgot, I am putting out another success stories video. When am I putting this out? Next Tuesday. So this week we'll have a podcast clip on YouTube. Next week we'll have and then the podcast itself is coming out on Wednesday on all the podcast platforms. You can also watch the entire full-length video at my website, roxytalks.com. And then on next Tuesday, the 29th, I'll be putting out the new success stories video. It's going to be the same format as my other ones, where it's just like the screen caps. So you guys, I have a nice. I like to collect them and then I put them out when I have a nice chunk of them. So we have a nice big chunk of them right now. So new success stories video coming. This week's podcast is going to be about getting through the holidays right now during this unprecedented times, plus more success stories, and then my little Dear Roxy segment, which I haven't picked the question for that yet. Heather said I'm glowing. Thanks, Heather. Are you sure it's not that Jaclyn Hill? I have Jaclyn Hill and Kimchi highlighter on. Where can we submit success stories for you to read? Anywhere. DMs in the Facebook group. Well, I don't really check. I can't check the Facebook group, guys. It's very triggering for me to go in there. I'm sorry. But usually the moderators can screen cap. But usually, so if you put them on, if you send an email to my assistant, send a DM on Instagram to Roxy Talks, which, ooh, fuck Instagram, actually. Hold on. Let's revise that. Or leave a comment in the YouTube comments, not on the chat, because I don't ever go back through the chat, but I do look over the comments. So any success story, I screen cap all of them. And then I kind of put the videos together as I have a nice, good chunk. Okay. Linda says, would be cool if you did to help organize your thoughts and what you want to manifest, how to make sure you're on top of all subjects in the day. It's a lot when you want to manifest so many things. Well, my rule of thumb with that is like, what's on your mind matters. So if whatever you're manifesting is on your mind, you must think of it in the way that you want it to manifest. Otherwise, like it's just not helping your cause. So, make a list of the things that you want to be considering if you need to. Like if you need a list of the day, like these are the things I'm working on, so you can be conscious of it, put a sticky note around or whatever. That's fine. But like my advice is that whatever it is that's on your mind, think of it in the way that you want it to go down. Otherwise, like don't just get it out of there or something, because rewrite it and send it away just because you don't like it. It's just detrimental. I think it's just not productive to think about things in ways that you don't want to experience them. There's just no reason to, other than you haven't caught the thought yet, and that's fine. Once you do, get it out of there. Okay. Jay Johnson, you got it. Dina says, if you want to post your success stories in the Facebook group, I can grab them from there as well. Yeah, so they'll send me like screen caps as well. And your questions, if you guys ask questions in the comments on YouTube, we also collect those. And that's what helps me make the Dear Roxy segments and obviously like YouTube videos and stuff. But how long of a wait is it for a coaching session for you? I'm booking into like the second week of January, maybe the third week of January. So it's like 2 to 3 weeks right now. It's pretty much always about 2 to 3 weeks. Sometimes you can like sneak in there and there'll be like one session randomly here and there. But right now I know I don't have anything until the second weekend of January, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Oh, thanks, right. Yeah, that's what Rylan said. Second week of January. Okay. Angela, thank you so much. You're very sweet. Heather says, great, I feel good, but I really want you to yell at me in person. I would love to. Sometimes, like, listen, I don't know. I know not everyone wants to get yelled at, but it works. So many people have like gotten their shit together after I yelled at them. And I'm not saying that to justify it. It's just like, that's my way of coaching and teaching, because I get really fired up and loud and look at, I'm still fucking here rambling about bullshit. And some people respond. Some people don't. And I understand that. Like, I get more than anybody that my personality can be like abrasive or, other things. But, and that's fine. If it doesn't resonate with you, like seriously go somewhere else, because I know I could be scary and offensive and loud and stuff. So like, please go elsewhere so I don't have to scare you. Heather says, honestly, getting yelled at by you just through your videos is what finally clicked all the shit in my head. Everyone else I zone out through. Oh, good. It's the dynamics of my voice. Because sometimes I'm dead hair and then all of a sudden I'm screaming for no reason. That's it. Okay. Oh, Lord. Is a Zoom meet and greet a good idea? I don't know. You guys tell me. Last week, people asked about having a membership thing, and then I asked you guys to leave the suggestions, and no one did. So like, fuck the membership thing, I guess. I don't care. It's you guys are asking for it, so you tell me what you want. But a Zoom meet and greet, I don't know. You guys want a Zoom meet and greet? Leave it in the comment section, because again, I don't go back through the live chat stuff. Brandon says Roxy's my spirit animal. You know what's crazy, Brandon? My cat just came out of nowhere. And I know you guys always communicate. So that's interesting. Or you're always interacting with my cat somehow. So that was really weird. Where are you going? You gonna be on cameras? Nope, not today. All right. Okay, I have to do my effing podcast. Not that it's bad. Obviously, it's just when you have to do anything, you're like, eh. Sanam says, I guess a Zoom meetup would be fun. Where we just like talk shit. Yeah. Well, okay. Leave it in the comments because yeah, like literally whatever's said in the chat, I forget 5 minutes afterwards. It's so much stuff coming at me. Brandon, so she got the message, asked her to come say hi. She did. She just came out of nowhere. Is there a new podcast episode this week? Yes, it's on Wednesday. This week's topic is, what did I just say? It is making it through the holidays during COVID, and then success stories. A new kind of talking about success stories. I think I'm going to talk about my own. And then I'm going to, people ask me a lot for my own success stories, but it's like, I feel like I'm always talking about that shit. Always talking about myself. Am I not? Okay, anyways. Some success stories from you guys. I'm probably going to read some of them aloud on the air, and then also talk about some of my own. And then we have the Dear Roxy segment as well. So that'll be this week's, and it's coming out on Wednesday. Miss Muse, broke my neck during quarantine due to alcohol-related behavior, so I feel moderation and balance is everything. Girl, oh my God, I feel for you. I just want heal. Your bones are made out of titanium. They're steel. They're strong. You're healthy. Your body is regenerating. You got this. Savannah, hi. She says, last year around that time, I had a session with you, and you advised me to do the plans, and now almost everything I wanted in a year from then I got now. Yes! So you're 3 months, 6 months, 1 year? You got them? Yes! See, guys, this shit works. Proud of you. That's awesome. Thank you. I so appreciate you guys coming here and like sharing the stuff that's working so you can show other people that it is working. We can do this. You can do this. It doesn't matter what we're talking about. You can do it. How much affirming? You guys, I need to start answering questions. How much affirming is too much? Well, think about it like this. All your thoughts are affirmations. So if what you're doing is stressing you out, then shift to something that doesn't stress you out. Do I have any customers that have been the most memorable for a reason or another? Well, yeah, of course. Some for doing the work and being really great. Some for, having to come back and have the same conversation over and over. And, it's great. I love my clients. We have a nice connection and very, personal. And me, I cut to the chase. So we get deep real quick. So, it's nice to kind of just get in there and just get to the fucking point and get to the core of everything. So I definitely really enjoy the connection that we have on the one-on-one coaching sessions. Okay, but I have to go. Okay, I'm gonna read this one more thing because Savannah said, yes, it helped me so much. She's talking about my 3 year, 6 month, 1 year plan. And also your videos. I always go back and rewatch some of them if I don't feel myself that much. I feel like I want to go back in my notes and go look and see what your 3 year, 1 year, 3 year, 1 year, and 6 month plan was. Francis says, I'd love to be a client. You already are. Intend that you are. It's all working out. Okay. All right. I have to go. I'm going to film my podcast. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Sanam says, I love you, Mom. Do you guys know who my internet daughter is? My virtual daughter. I say that Mulatto is my daughter. Every time she's on, it's like, oh my God, my daughter. And it was just her birthday. And here's why. First of all, I love her. Also, I'm just gonna say that, I am also of the same ethnicity. So there's that connection. And then one time I saw a video of her. It was her mom's birthday. And her mom was opening up her presents. And she was 37 hits different or some shit. And I was I literally texted my whole team. I was Mulatto's mom is 37. How am I the same age as her fucking mom? So ever since then, now I'm that's my daughter. Yes, the rapper Mulatto. I like her. She's my daughter. But also so is Sanam. So now I have two. Oh, didn't catch when the podcast about changing your SP will come out. Okay, you're right, because I didn't say that. The Changing Your SP podcast will be out on next Wednesday. So Wednesdays are going to be the official podcast day. We've decided. I can tell you the next 3 that we've got. So we've got Making It Through the Holidays. That's this week. Next week, Wednesday, is going to be Rewriting Yourself and Your SP. And then the following Wednesday, which is the 6th, is talking about New Year, New You, Motivation for 21. And that's going to lead us into our New Year, New You workshop on the 9th, which is live scripting, live affirming, and intention setting with the group. $35 a ticket for general admission, $55 a ticket for VIP. We only have 14 left as far as I know. There might have been some gone while we've been on the chat. But we have a limited number of VIP, and the VIP ticket gets you a guaranteed live video face-to-face question with me. Okay. Okay, guys. Whew, I'm drained. No, I'm full of energy, and I can't wait to film my podcast. I love you guys. I appreciate you. We're here. If you guys have ideas of how to, Sanef says, you're only 9 years older than me, but I claim you, my mom. Yeah, I'm your 9 year older than you, mom. Okay. I'm 9 years older than my sister. So you're the same age. Well, one of my sisters. I have 2 now. Thanks, 23andMe. Anyways, so, I love you guys. I appreciate it. I wonder if I'll ever talk about my experience with Ancestry and 23andMe on my podcast. I just I don't want to talk about my family. It's not my, that's their lives. I don't need to talk about them, but those shits are crazy. Any hoodles. I love you guys. I appreciate you. If you have suggestions about how you would like to do more connecting as far as the, the community goes, please leave it in the comment section of any YouTube video. Leave it in the comments, because I do review all of them. Have the community section on my community tab on my website. So if you go to roxytalks.com, click the community tab, there's message boards and stuff in there. And I'd love for people to start using that more. I know they're in there now, but growing that more, so we have a place to connect that isn't, controlled by an algorithm or a fucking greedy, money hungry corporation. So anyways, yeah, roxytalks.com. You want to do a live scripting workshop for the new year, scripting, affirmation, intention setting as a group, roxytalks.com, and go to the live New Year, New You scripting workshop. And I think that's everything I have to say to you guys. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. I'm still here for you. We still can connect. Let's find amazing ways to do so. And, you all have the power. I believe in you, of course. Appreciate you. Love you. And see you next week. Bye.